So I was lucky enough to acquire this brand new in box cassette player, which is hopefully what seems to me to be the ideal type for computer use as far as loading programs off cassette into something like an old Apple II or a TRS-80 or something. One of the things you want to look for in a cassette deck is that it's very simple and does not have any sort of sound enhancement controls or anything that would optimize or change the sound, because of course the computer is looking for the data exactly as it was recorded, and what would improve sound to our ears would confuse the computer. So I'm going to do a quick unboxing video of this brand new in-box cassette recorder. I don't know the vintage. It's a Sony TCM-929. Just judging by the design language, it looks recent. I would say it would be, late 90s to current. It doesn't look like something older than that, so it's a newer one. But to find a cassette player new in box, I think is pretty cool. Hey, maybe they even still make these. Who knows? Yep, very simple. Has a power jack, DC 6 volts, in case you want to plug it in and not have to use the batteries. And of course, it has the important microphone and earphone jack, so we can hook it up to the computer. It's got a built-in microphone, which we won't be using. A tape counter, which is really handy. So you can mark down where, if you want to put multiple programs on one tape, you could write down the time of where they all start, so you can fast forward the tape to the right spot to load the right program. And of course, as any tape deck, it's got a speaker built in. It's got batteries, which are convenient, and the standard stop, start, and shuttle controls you'd expect. So let's open it up. So here we go. And they got a little flap here. And it says here, for recording, we recommend using only Type 1 normal tapes. Do not use Type 2 or Type 4, the metal or the fancy tapes. It just wants standard tapes. Okay, let's slide this out of the package. A little plastic cover. You could tell it's been a little, because that's what shows through the box here. So it's been in this box for a while. And here it is. There's your wrapped in plastic. So yes, this thing is brand new. It's never been opened. It's got the factory yellow tape. Yeah, it's definitely a lower end, inexpensive model. It says made in China, so. But for our purposes, this should be perfect for vintage computing use. This is the ideal type. Yep, there we go. We got our Sony yellow, and this is center positive, which is good, makes it easier. And ear and mic, and it says plug-in power next to the mic, so I'm not sure what that is. Plug-in power. I wonder if it wants the power adapter if you're using the mic, or if you're using an external mic. But yeah, very says the Sony logo on the back there, and you got a volume slider, very cheesy volume slider here on the left. So that'll be, we'll have to set that. Of course, it doesn't have a line output. It's, the ear output is going to be changed by the volume, but it's not frozen or anything. Oh, door pops right open. Of course, no nicer, softer eject. It is a cheap deck, but this should be great. Yep. You put a tape in. Button stick. They lock in place. Stop and eject. So that's. You could look inside. You could see the grease on the mechanisms in there. It's in great shape, and I look forward to. I don't have a computer set up, unfortunately, right now to test it out with, but there we go. All right, and then of course the rest of the stuff in here. Oh, we got the Sony instructions. All right, there you go. Copyright 1995. So that I think I dated it about right. Wow, that's about right. Copyright 95. So this would have probably been sold anywhere between 95 and 2000, I'd guess. You know, they're gonna print one manual and sell this. This is a very simple product. It's not gonna change year to year. And yeah, basic. It's got the frequency range is 150 hertz to 8 kilohertz. I don't know how that compares with other tape decks. 8 kilohertz seems pretty low. Definitely need to look up what the frequency range the computer tapes used. Probably not very much. Let's see here. It's got a 2 5/8 inch speaker. It is a 2-track, 1-channel mono recording system. And then it says here, output is an earphone jack for 8 to 300 ohms earphones. So by using the word earphone, that tells me it's more than likely only going to output in mono. It's not going to be able to output to the headphone jack in stereo. It's an auto stop, and that's it. Just your very basic, simple. Takes 4 AA batteries. Okay, and then let's see. That's about it. Oh my God! Look at this. What a surprise! And I'm not being dramatic. This is a surprise. Look what's hiding in here. This is something only Sony would have done. They included the power cord. I'm telling you, even if they sold something like this today, there is no way it would include for free, you know, the power cord. So that's lovely. 6 volts DC, 250 milliamp, center positive. For use with Sony audio products without antenna connections, and it's UL listed. Very, very good. I like seeing that on stuff. So that's there's your made in China. There's your Sony plug. So what a really nice setup here to actually include with such a simple, you know, you can tell by the plastic molding it's not an expensive unit, but to include a power cord is really nice with something at this price point. So there we go. And it even has the little carrying handle. And there's the Sony TCM-929.